Nearly half of all U.S. adults are looking for and open to new job opportunities, according to several recent reports. But while perhaps you and half the people you know are freshening up your resumes, scammers are coming up with new ways to exploit the ever-growing ocean of job seekers. By creating fake companies and fake job listings, employment scams take advantage of an estimated 14 million people annually and account for over $2 billion in losses. In fact, it's one of the riskiest scam types, impacting more people each year. But what makes this scam so risky? What are the bad guys really after? Who are they targeting? And perhaps most importantly, how can you protect yourself against them? I'm Cameron Nakashima, and this is a Better Business Bureau investigation into employment scams. My first question on the case: what is an employment scam? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a scheme where bad people pretend to be employers looking for workers, usually for remote jobs, but really, they're trying to steal your personal information, your labor, your time, and even your money. According to BBB's latest risk report, we've learned that individuals are losing a median amount of $1,995 to these scams. That's nearly $2,000 taken from somebody who thought they were getting paid, somebody who needed the money and instead had the money taken from them. I mean, I was on the job market not too long ago and I had no idea that this scam existed. But it got me thinking, who is this scam targeting? It turns out employment scams are most common with people between the ages of 18 and 44, so most job seekers. However, I also discovered that people between the ages of 18 and 24 are at the highest risk of being scammed in general. I bet you didn't expect that. It's a crazy fact, and it's not what this video is about. So if you want to learn more about young adult scams, I'll leave a link to that down in the comments. But for now, back to employment scams. So to recap, the fraudsters are trying to take advantage of you and steal your personal identity information and your money. What does this look like in practice? It looks something like this. Before you're hired, you may be asked to provide an unreasonable amount of personal information. For example, the bad guys have started asking for pictures of the front and back of your ID card or driver's license and videos of you holding it. These are photos and videos that they can use later to pretend to be you online. Then, after you're hired, these fake companies will try to charge you for fake work equipment and trainings, or they'll accidentally overpay you using a fake check and ask that you wire transfer back to them real money in the amount of the overpayment from your bank account. And this can be for hundreds or thousands of dollars. These job opportunities are mostly work from home jobs, and for the most part, they have you repackaging items and sending them to various addresses. However, most of these items are stolen or purchased using stolen credit cards or stolen gift cards, which means you're involving yourself in criminal activity and attaching your address to the paper trail, helping the bad guys cover their tracks by throwing yourself on top of them. So what are some real-life examples of this happening now in our marketplace? Well, to find out, I asked a member of our investigations team. Hey, Jose, thanks for picking up.
Hey, how's it going, Cameron? What's going on?
Hey, it's good. Well, hey, we're talking about employment scams and wondering what are some of the employment scams that you're seeing right now from your side of things?
We have a couple that are problematic right now. We have Green Cargo Ship, and the other one goes by Intelligence Post or Intel Post. They are both finding people through LinkedIn, through Indeed. Anybody that has their resume in any of these job platforms that says, I'm open for work, they are getting contacted either through their messaging systems or directly via email, directly via text message, a WhatsApp with this job offering, a good dollar rate where they are very interested in joining these companies. And unfortunately, when something sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
How long does a scam like this last?
Sometimes a fake website like this operates with the same name for a couple of months at the most. That's when people start catching on that they're not gonna get paid at the end of the month, or they're not gonna get paid in 2 months. Some people are more patient and they know that a big paycheck is coming at some point. And then when people start reporting the scam and then they start getting, more attention, then they just disable that account and move on to the next one. Unfortunately, as we know, creating a website, creating all these things, it's easier than it has ever been.
Hey, Jose, thank you so much for explaining all this and helping us out. So here's what I learned to look out for to help you identify and avoid employment scams. Number one, research employers. One of the best ways to keep your personal information safe is to make sure that you're dealing with a legitimate company with a solid reputation. Just type the business name into Google Reviews, Glassdoor, or bbb.org to find out what other people have experienced. Research only takes a few minutes, but can have a big impact. Number two, be cautious of upfront costs. If your new employer is telling you to send them money for any reason, or if they have an unusual method for paying you, those are all red flags. And number three, to help others, report suspected scams. So you can report to the Federal Trade Commission, to BBB's Scam Tracker, and to other reporting entities you trust. The more you report suspected scams, the more it helps others avoid those situations in the future. And doesn't that just make you feel good? So to recap what we've investigated, employment scams look like normal job opportunities, but they're actually a scheme designed to steal your personal information and your money. Not all employment scams look the same, so it's important to always be on the lookout for any sign of a potential scam when job hunting. You should always research a company before you apply to work there. Research only takes a few minutes, but it can tell you whether a company is a scam or whether it can be trusted. And lastly, if it seems too good to be true, well, it probably is. Case closed. Do you have a story about an employment scam? Or have you worked with an unethical business in the past? Let us know in the comments and share your experience on bbb.org, where more people can benefit from your story. And if you like these videos and want to see more, like and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe.